Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy, the unspoken god, back again with another one for you guys. I hope y'all feeling good, feeling great. So, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a quick rundown of the characters that I currently own and how they built and everything, and give you my thoughts on everything from there. Alright, so I'll probably do another video on some of the stuff that I have for all the icons and everything, because I don't want this video to be too long. But I'll probably do like a part 2, part 3 and all that, because there's so much to talk about, right? So let's go ahead and jump on into it. I definitely got Genuine, great character. I know they got some drama going on with Genuine. I would definitely make a video on that and give my opinion on it. I'm not too much of a drama person, but I'll just give my opinion on Genuine. Short answer, he's AoE, but I'll talk about that later. Let's go ahead and get into it, right? Let's get into it. All right. So my main account, we gotta build at least 2 count, and we gotta build at least 2 DPS characters. My thought process and how I see and how I'm playing this game is I want to play this game where there's no elemental decision making or none of that right there, right? So I don't care about none of that. I like to break the rules. I like to play with characters that are broken, like just absolutely broken, aka Sealy. We gonna get to her when we get to her. She ignores all the rules of the games. I love it. You see what I'm saying? And this is why I'm getting hyper characters. So I got my 2 hyper characters, Genuine, Silly. They break the game. Who cares, right? I understand if you enjoy playing the game to play the elements and actually play the weaknesses and all that. They also gonna have Silver Wolf coming around. She's gonna basically absolutely break the game also, but she's not gonna be no DPS. She's gonna break the game in other means and give you your hyper characters more damage. But I don't see Silver Wolf being put on my hyper carry characters teams, because they already ignores all that toughness and all that. They just eat, right? But I'm gonna talk about that in another video. Let's go ahead and check out some of the characters right here. I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna show you guys the characters that I don't use. I'm level all the basic characters up to level 20, just so I can get the tickets, the standard banner tickets. My suggestion, I prefer to do this, but if you guys want to save some extra resources, do not do this. I'm only doing it just for the extra tickets. That's how I got some of the great pulls on my free to play account and everything. But give you guys a heads up, I transitioned from free to play to budget, right? So that's like money pass, battle pass, and a little top up, right? So it's not nothing crazy. So this is what I got right now. Check out the LA lines. None on him. Hook got 2. I got some some light cones, but I'm not gonna show all those. I'm gonna do that in another video. LA lines. We got her to C4, E4. Pretty solid. Eventually I'll be able to do a video on her and play do some game play with her, but until then I can't do nothing with her. I'm saving my resources for other stuff to basically just prioritize my resources, right? I have a C1, E1 her. I'm keep saying C1 because I'm coming from Genshin. Y'all can bear with me. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? So I don't think I'll be playing with her no time soon. I don't want to play with a Yu-Gi-Oh type character. No, I don't have my feet in the cards or the heart in the cards. Eventually I'll probably do something with her, but she barely got nothing on her either. She's level 20. Don't have no island lines on her. I don't think I'll never play with him. Don't hold me to it, but I don't think I'll probably never play with this guy. He's just sitting there. If I could trade him in, I would trade him in like a Pokemon card. Herda, the ringtone chick. I'm kind of interested in her. I'm interested in how she played. I did level up to 40, but I had fell off because I wanted to focus on some other stuff. But eventually I'll definitely pick her back up and play with some other stuff. Also, show you guys real quick. I have his light cone, and I might throw that on her and do some fun stuff with that. But until that, between time, we ain't worrying about that right now. Adeline, we got her to C4. Most of it is with like free to play stuff, so definitely C6 would probably be nice just to get it out the way, right? March, I'm working on her for my account because I need 2 teams, right? Both of my hyper characters, they need to survive, and they supports need to survive. So depending on your account, if you do not have some of the preservation characters, free to play, both of these, you get both of these characters free. Fire MC and March. Definitely I suggest you level them 2 up. If depends on your account, if you got the healer, Bailu, Japar, stuff like that, if you got you, then you could kind of like mix it up a little bit, right? So this is what I have right now on her. Her light cone, I got it to S5. I'm definitely leveling it up because I rolled on a banner for this, for to get genuines light cones. I just kept getting a bunch of these, and I just went on ahead and did it. So her relics, didn't even touch it yet because, like I said, most of the stuff that's in this game is heavy on resources. I'm trying to min-max some stuff right now. Adelines, I got it to C2 or E2, got it to that, which is pretty solid. Rolled on the genuine banner, lucked up on her, super. I went hard body on her, like just, it's like she was just gravitating to genuine. Like, bruh, we know they together. We ain't gonna act like y'all don't be hooking up in the back of the room, bro. We ain't gonna even act like it. But they meant for each other. I got her her light cone to S3, which is solid, which is definitely help genuine. So every time she buff genuine, oh, it's another 24% right there. When I get some more resources, I'll definitely be leveling it up. Also, when you guys, if you're free to play, as you guys level up your traces, do not get those traces that's not gonna help your character. So go for the stuff that's gonna benefit the character, like me doing a basic attack and stuff. Do not waste your resources on basic attack. Over time, then you can probably go back and go for those what you call them. That's just one of my tips that I will give you guys. Like defense and all that, just don't worry about it. Just go focus on the things that's going to benefit and strengthen that character themselves. Relics, didn't even mess with it yet, but like I said, over time I'll get to it. Adelines, maxed her out. She, like I said, she would just keep coming back to back on his banner. Like she just couldn't resist the man. Like, bruh, back to back. And you know I'm about to go crazy with it. I just made a video with them 2 together. It was just crazy, but pretty fun. Healer, I like her. I like everything about her, but Civil Wolf is coming. Come on. I'm gonna do some fun stuff with them later, but basically just Civil Wolf she's gonna be the replacement, but she's solid. That's why she's level 50. My suggestion, I'm getting most of all these characters, the ones that I'm actually playing with that's going to be beneficial towards my teams, they staying at 50 until they earn their spot to go higher. So if you want to save you some resources, at least just get them to 50. I got her light cone to 50. It's an S2. Traces, focus on the traces that's going to benefit you. When I first started playing it, I just started leveling up anything, but do not make that mistake. Do not level up the stuff that's not needed, right? Relics, eventually I'll get to it, but like I said, resources is heavy. I lucked up on her banner too, on Seely's banner, got a bunch of her Adeline, so crazy good. I'll work on her later for that. Damn, I definitely want to level up him because I did level up him a little bit. It got him to 60. I just got on my free to play pull, on my standard banner, I had got a copy of him, and yeah, I'm definitely gonna finish him up. But he's slightly level. I got the 5-star light cone. Also, I might test this light cone out because I got an S5. This is his light cone, basically. We got it to S5, so I might play with it, might not. I don't know, because I think the 5-star one is better. Basically, you get 2 stacks. No, you get 32%. What you call them? Yeah, you just 32 right there, and basically, I think you get more from this. Yeah, so basically it's just a stronger version of this. So yeah, I might just keep the 5-star one on that one because I just looked at it. But hey, it's there. I might give it to somebody else. Traces, I was trying to work on them, but eventually I'll come back to him. Relics, nothing on them. Most of my relics and all my other characters, I usually like switch the relics and the light cones between characters to be able to play certain stuff with them and test their builds out and stuff like that. But like I said, most of all my stuff is like incomplete and it's just mostly just work in progress. Idle lines, I got C1 or E1. This is pretty good, super good. So basically, if their HP is above 50%, automatic 12% crit rate. Can't go wrong with it. It supplements some of that crit rate for you. There you go. Sing Shang, Su Shang, she's solid, but yeah, I gotta work on her some more. She's just basically a mini silly, but the thing is with her, she's not a hyper carry character. She's basically she's played the game the way the game's supposed to be played. If they weak against physical, she's gonna do amazing amounts of damage, right? And like I said, I don't want to play that playstyle. I just want to eat through everything. You see what I'm saying? Like regular MMOs and other games that play out here that play that way. You know, you build the character. If you like that character, if they strong, they could eat. If they fighting somebody, they could just fight the character, right? Without no limitations or nothing. They not limiting their powers or nothing like that. So if you want to play the game, the way the gameplay, she's a great character, really great character. So you just pair them up against those enemies that's weak to that, right? So Silver Wolf probably be, if I was to go for Silver Wolf will definitely go to those type of characters that's not a hyper carry character, right? So that's what Silver Wolf will probably be for it. And if I wanted to use Silver Wolf for those hyper carry characters just for extra bonus damage, then it'll probably be like that. She don't have nothing on that, so I'll probably just throw it on there just like that. So I was working with her. I'll definitely be doing some videos on her and everything, but that's what I got on her as of now. Relics, she barely have relics on, so we're not even gonna look at that, but eventually she'll have something. It's not even damn that leveled up. I got it to C3, which is pretty solid. The Golden Child. We cannot go wrong with the Golden Child, right? So the Golden Child here, all praise silly. She's amazing. That's all I just gotta say. She is amazing. She cares about nobody. She comes from the slums, you know, like most of us. You know, she just out here getting from the mud, right? She a beast, a freaking beast. She got power out of this world. And let me just check out the stats. Let's go for it. She deserved the stats. So she's like my main carry. So basically my word of advice is purple gear can go a long way. For me, she's in purple gear right now. And her purple gear is so freaking amazing. It's gonna carry me all the way to 60 level. Trailblazer level 60, and I'm gonna stay at level 60. And when I hit level 60, I ain't gonna stay at level 60, but when I hit level 60, that's when I'm gonna start farming up her gear. So just keep that in mind. Oh, my bad. All right, so keep that in mind. All right, her light cone, got the light cone, leveled it up to 70. Traces, when I first started, like I said, I got her basic attack. Her basic attack still strong. I'm gonna just say her basic attack is strong, but don't go for it. Just over time, then you go for the base attack. But if you did it cool. You see, could have saved some resources too. I did not go for the defense. Who cares about defense? It's all about offense. Offense wins games. You get what I mean? But yeah, we just going crazy, right? Let's check out her relics. So she got the basic gear. This is a free to play set that I have on her. The game gave me this and I just leveled it up and kept it on her ever since. So it's gonna take me all the way up to level 60. Pretty solid pieces on this. Can't go wrong with it. Alright, that's that. More crit damage, more crit damage. I spent all my freaking free-to-play currency just to get this C1 or her E1. Because at her E1 it's basically just guaranteed kill, right? Like my good friend said, like I always say, you know, they was gonna die anyway. At 80% is pretty high. In most games, they kind of bring that down to like 50%, under 50% or 30%. They're gonna give you some extra either crit damage or crit attack or crit rate or something like that. So they'll give it to you like that. But that 80% crit rate, man, that is so chef kiss. I had to get it as a free to play. I had to get it. But yeah, it's so good, so good. So they was gonna die anyway. Once they hit 80, she's going nutty. She always critting. Every single time is guaranteed. All right. Let's keep moving. Fire MC. He's level 50. I had leveled him. I got him to 60, but I did not put no resources in him because he's valuable at this level 50 range. He's still holding his own. He's holding it down as he's keeping my team with the survivability and everything. He's great. So if you don't have him leveled up, please level him up if you don't have the other preservation characters. Alright. I lucked up and got the Japor. And my theory, and my way I think, the way how I be thinking is since I got his Japors, what you call him, I feel like he's about to get ready to come home pretty soon. So when I get him, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, I'm getting rid of March and I'm throwing him on in. Basically, he's gonna be like a tank. And with his light cone, he's like a tank and he could taunt. And not only that, he kind of gives over healing, or should I say over shields, or whatever you want to call it. So he's gonna be crazy good when I get him. And basically, I could add some extra stuff in my kit when it comes down to my slots for my characters. But yeah, I have not really touched too much of his traces. Pretty solid. His relics, nothing too crazy, but I try to go for much defense. I'm only trying to get him to just do his job as a tank. That's all I want him to do. Just do your job and help my hyper carry characters survive. That's it. You see what I'm saying? So that's all I got right there. I'm not worrying about that. The funny thing is about these defensive characters, when you actually get in their gear, for some strange reason, I know some of you guys probably went through this. For some strange reason, some people actually be getting stupid guide rolls on offensive substats. Let me know if that ever happened to you. If you made it this far in this video, yo, kudos to you, man. I'm gonna start doing some more I might start going back doing the giveaways. If you made it this far, leave a comment down below. Be like, yo, I actually made it that far through the video, man. I enjoyed the commentary and everything. So I know who you is, man. I might have to start doing some videos, some more some giveaways and something like that. But I appreciate you a whole time, man. I appreciate you enjoying the commentary and all the other good stuff, man. But yeah, let me know down in the comments down below if you guys ever got like really guide roll offensive substats when you're trying to build a tank character. So I might have to throw them offense because I got some really good stats for some with a gear wise for those characters. I got them to C3. I could have got to 5, but I'm too lazy to go to just keep doing the dailies and stuff for that. My Natasha, she's level 50, pretty solid. Boom. Let me see. Yeah, she's pretty solid. I'm only focusing on her for as heals. Try to get as much HP on her as possible. Her light cone, I got this S4, which is pretty good. Basically, every time she's getting hit, every time she's doing damage, or every time she's doing something, she's basically just gonna be constantly getting her ultimate up a hell of a lot faster. I was using this light cone here because it basically just made my team. She healed so much more, but since I got the S4 on that, is that I'm just losing 3%. Well, actually, I'm losing a little bit more because her skill is not getting that. Just her ultimate is gonna be healing. But with this one, you get the ultimate plus the skill, which that's what she is built for, just for healing. I don't need her for nothing else. But yeah, that's what I have on her. I actually threw her Lycon on. Gotta put the picture, match the picture with the character, right? In theory, that's how we thinking, right? Traces, this is what I have. It's pretty basic. I haven't really went too crazy on it yet, but eventually I'll come back to it. Her relics and stuff, HP, mostly just try to go for as much HP as possible. Outgoing healing boost, more HP. But you know, some of the stuff is just mismatch. I'm trying my best to get as much as possible. Eyelines, got all the way to C4, which is solid. Pretty good. So she's not going nowhere. She's my main healer, most def. Branya, like I said, y'all already know about Branya. She's not even built, but my main focus is try to get her up as much as possible. But until then, this is what I get. My main two characters is Silly and Genuine. They the most heavily invested characters I have. And you can see how crit damage is pretty high because it's based off of the skills and stuff like that. It adds more. She'll split that to who she's buffing and stuff. So that's why that's like that. Yeah, see, I got it all to level 4. I gotta work on it some more, but like I said, resources. I'm trying to get those characters out the way, the ones that I actually need to progress in my the game. Not too much what you call them on this. Nothing's on here, so it's not even leveled up. Other lines, got her C1 free to play on a standard banner, which was pretty good. Can't go wrong with that. So every time she uses her skill, basically it's just gonna refund that skill point back to me, which is pretty good. It's a 50% chance. And last but not least, I know this is a long video, but last but not least, Genuine, the second golden child that we got. He's still working in progress. Both of my characters are still, all my characters are still working in progress. But here we go. We got 51, 106. He does not have no elemental bonus damage or nothing like that, so it's not crazy. Like I said, I haven't really touched it too much. Got his Lycon. Definitely, I had to grab it because they're gonna be my two hyper characters. Traces, as I say, only focus on the traces that's going to benefit the character themselves, and thus you save some more resources for other stuff. Defense, who needs defense when I'm putting out all this damage, right? So yeah, that's that. Relics, I'm still working on it, but this is what I got. He's the first one, my first hyper character to get the gold relics. Crit rate, I'm like I said, I'm gonna have to min-max some of this stuff too. I have to come back and redo all this. But as of now, this is what I have. Other lines, none. Alright, so that was all my characters. I try to make this as fast as possible. I try to make it as short as possible, the video as short as possible. But like I said, if you guys got through this much of the video, kudos to you guys. You guys are soldiers. I appreciate y'all. You know, because a lot of people attention span is all over the place. But I appreciate you guys. Enjoy the rest of y'all day. I'll be making another video talking about some of the discussions on Genuine and some other characters and stuff like that. But until then, enjoy the rest of y'all day. And deuces. I love y'all.